And Gretchen Carlson's in with Neighborhood News. You'll see how the hard work of one man has meant a drastic change for the Goochland poorhouse. With Neighborhood News, she'll introduce you to this man. He's turned the Goochland poorhouse into his dream house.
Here, so, and you've got a great story tonight about a guy out in Goochland County, a dream house, you might call it.
I certainly do. Tony Pirozzolo was always looking for the perfect historic home out in the countryside. Instead, he found the poorhouse in Goochland. A century ago, it was a point of no return for the sick and old. People who could no longer care for themselves would go there to die. It was closed in 1929. But today, after 8 years of hard work, the poorhouse is the prized possession of an Italian immigrant. The Goochland County poorhouse has been a part of Virginia history since 1835, but never has it been so richly filled with pride as it is today.
A lot of these bricks, even the fireplace you see over there, it came from the old bus station in Richmond.
Tony Pirozzolo, his wife, and Dad built their dream house in the country with their own hands.
I'm not a bricklayer, but you give a trowel to an Italian and he's a bricklayer. You know, me and my dad, we worked hard.
Tony and his dad also brought a little of the old country to Goochland by building a wine cellar right under the poorhouse.
As a little boy, you know, I watched my grandfather make wine. I mean, that was their livelihood, you know, olive oil and wine. And it just comes instant, you know, so I made wine before, but this time I had my own cellar.
And the combination of Virginia and Italian history doesn't stop there. Tony and his family spend many a winter day in a backyard pizza parlor. A chef by trade, Tony built a traditional brick pizza oven inside an old shed. Now it's the perfect place for Tony to tell friends how he ended up in the poorhouse.
We would never leave here because, you know, my grandchild comes in here, you know, and it's like selling something that, you know, like my grandfather, if they ever sell that farm, I will die. And, you know, a place like that, you want to stay.
Well, Tony found what he was looking for after a lifetime of travel. He's known worldwide for his cooking. He's worked in Italy, France, and England until he settled here in the United States, cooking for the rich and famous. Some of those people include the Kennedys. And here in Richmond, he was the family chef for the Lewises, the founding family of Best Products.